So hello and welcome to Dommy Tries This. No cup of tea today because we're going to be doing something just a little bit different. But first I wanted to warn you, we do appear to have some work going on outside. So if you hear some drill noises and things like that, there's just things going outside. Anyway, so today we're going to reorganize my filming makeup space. I've said repeatedly in several of my videos that I have no space. Well, I've purchased something to make space, and we're going to go on this little journey together. I still don't have any idea where I'm putting everything yet, but you'll get to see what's going on before and after. And let's go ahead and show you the before right now. Okay, so I'm trying to put this so you don't get too much glare. Okay, so this is my little corner of the house. As you can see, we have also boxes and things. We have a lot of stuff that's still in boxes in our house, but this is how I now have set up to film. And I'm going to give you a quick run through of the entire area, and then I'm going to set you down on the ground and we're going to start going through it and putting things away. So this over here has some highlighters and my bronzers, and the rest of it is mostly for my lips. These are palettes that I'm currently using for the most part, not all of them, but for the most part. You can see I've separated my brow from some other things here. Back here I have more lip things. These are my two drawers this is for stuff that I'm testing for boxes. This is stuff that I'm testing from big boxes or samples or whatever. And I've got some highlighters and blushes and other things down there. And then I have all of that. There's my mirror. I just got done doing my makeup, so I haven't put anything away yet. And of course my laptop. There's all my brushes and another thing. And down here we have various boxes. This is my box for Project Beauty Show that has to go out. These are two things I still need to open. This needs to go out in the mail. These are getting reviewed. This is my curl box that I'll be opening a little bit later. And this has basically my junk. Has my hair stuff and everything like that I need to use. This is my sample box. In the back there you can see my sample box where those samples have been used and they're waiting for me to do a sample queen. And then I have my new stuff down here that needs to be gotten to. Now, okay, so that's just the quick overall run by, and there's my dragon. But that's the quick run through of the space. This here and this here are new. I got them for about $20 at Walmart, and I got them specifically to help me clear up some of my space. What I want to do is I'm going to be pulling this one out for sure, but I want to create at least one of these ends with a bit more space on it. And to do that, I need to move stuff out. These drawers have my palettes in them primarily. On the bottom, I have more junk. I have a lot of junk. There's a hair oil. What I want to turn these into is a place to put stuff that I'll be using through the month. I want to start doing a shop my stash video type thing. And this is where I want to put the stuff that I will be using for the month. So that's my setup right now. And I'm going to turn you guys around and set you down to hopefully where we all can see each other and I can start cleaning up and making it a little bit more organized and giving myself, quote unquote, a little bit more space. So hi, I don't particularly like this angle, but it's going to have to do because I'm on the floor, and as you saw, the space is really, really small. I've already moved a whole bunch of stuff out of the way to do the things that I want to do. And we have the overhead light on today, so I'm sorry. Let's see if we can, we get a little bit of lighting. So a lot of you have been through this with me once before, so you basically know how this goes. I'm going to be shuffling some things around. I will try to show you what I'm shuffling and where I'm putting it. However, obviously with the way the camera is and everything, that might be a little hard to do. So we'll just see what we can manage. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take this box of testers that I haven't gotten to. These are either samples that I've gotten in the mail through sample services. A big, huge chunk of it is from a contest I won from Too Much Mouth. Love her. Highly recommend her. Go to her channel. She's cool. She's very, very cool. There is smaller bits that I've gotten on points from Sephora. A couple of small things that I've purchased and I've played around with a little bit, but haven't really played around enough with to review. So basically, it's a bunch of other stuff that I have that I just haven't gotten to in one way or another, for one reason or another. You know, like all the stuff from Too Much Mouth just got here a couple weeks ago, I guess, maybe a week ago. But I'm going to take this box. One of the things I want to do is try to clear some space on the two things here so I can move some of those acrylics we saw over. I want to put things in the acrylics that I'm not going to be that I don't get to every day, or don't need that much, or I only need one to go in and grab one thing or something. But I want some space for that. So, and the reason this is closer to my filming space is because I plan to put my palettes in the top two drawers. Woo, we just lost an earring. Okay, sorry about that. Lost an earring, had to take care of it. The reason this is closer to my filming space than this shorter one is because I plan to put my palettes there. So I want them more easily accessible. I'm planning to put my blushes, bronzers, and highlighters in there probably. We'll see how this works out. They have much taller space, so I can actually stack more in them. So what I need to do first is I need to take my big palettes out of this one. And this is going to become my junk drawer. This drawer. It's also going to hold things like these, I guess they're kind of styrofoamy, spongy things. I use these to make little things to clean my brushes off of. And these will stay in there, and this box will stay in there. Will this box fit? This box fits just the way it is, which is cool, because that means I can put other things in here on the edges or whatever, and not have it mix in my box. I don't know if anything else is going in there, but for now, that's what that's going to be. That means that these larger palettes that I have, my Flawless, my Tart Christmas, some of the Urban Decay heavy metals that I don't use that much, a couple of my Violet Vosses, will all go in this bottom drawer in the tall set over here. Now, I suspect I have some other palettes that would fit in here really nicely. So we're going to get our palettes first. I have a bunch of palettes up here that I use today, because I use palettes a lot. What do I have down here? Okay, so my bottom drawer has a bunch of junk stuff in it, basically. Okay, so to reduce the stuff that I have, the amount of stuff I have on my floor, I'm going to take these new palettes from this bag and I'm going to put them in that bottom drawer I just emptied. I figured that'll be easier than, and then I can just fold this up and pack it away for now and use it for something else at another time. But these are all new or newer palettes that I haven't played with much that I intend to test. Okay, so this is our top drawer. I'm going to put my palettes in the top drawer. I think both of these drawers of palettes will fit in here just fine. And then I will have everything in one drawer. I received this as a gift. It's going to go in the bottom drawer. I don't use it much because it's so shiny. And one of my highlighters broke. I gave the perfume to my daughter. The blushes are really nice, but this one highlighter just is And for all I know, that's partly from the cats, but they are very, very shiny. So that'll go down there in the bottom too. Just have to remember I can't put that on its side. Let's clear out this top drawer. Alright, so most of the other palettes I have are small ones. So I've got the Huda, and I can lay these flat. Hopefully keep it from being too much of a mess. Okay. So that's all my palettes. No, not all my palettes. Okay, that's everything except what I used today. So that is done. And this is now all set to go for when I start doing Shop My Stashes. Okay, so what can I put in this one? Oh, more samples. More samples. That box there. I'm going to put miscellaneous things in here for now. Clear this out, get another thing out of the area, and have everything much more localized again. So, stuff like my wipes. My ears. Brush, my comb, dude can hold my crown. Maybe. Alright, so that cleared that. Alright, so I'm going to put my highlighters in the bottom drawer because I would work from contour to blush to highlighter. That's how I do it. So I would work top down. So I'm going to put my highlighters in here. Okay. Thinking. I do a lot of thinking. You know what? I think I can put my blush in the same drawer for now. I don't have that much. I mean, I do build up, but then I end up decluttering things. Okay, so taking a quick detour from the blush, bronzer, highlighter thing. This came with one of my acrylic things, and I've pulled all the drawers from it, and I'm using them elsewhere. Actually, I think this one came without some drawers. May have come like this. I can't remember because if it came with drawers, and I'm missing 6 drawers, but it doesn't matter. I'm going to set this up like this. I'm going to put it on my low one over here, and I'm going to put, have to pardon me, the floor is very awkward for me, but I'm going to put my hair care items that I'm not using that much, but need nearby over there, because I do keep some hair care items by the table. I have my soft curl gel cream, which I'm actually planning to use at some point for something else. I've got my curl enhancing smoothie. I've got the Frizz Ease from John Frieda. I don't use this very much, but every once in a while. Somewhere in here, oh, we've got our oil. I do use this a lot, but over here will still be accessible, and that stuff will now be out of the way and off the floor. I'm still finding other things that can go into my 2 junk drawers. Grabbing my bronzers, my bronzers definitely need to go into their own drawer, I think. My bronzers and powders, that's what we'll do. So there's my Pure, my Color Pop. This is a mess. This is very hard, guys. All right, I need to, the floor is a mess. And I need to start pulling more stuff down. And I can't move anything on the floor until I have all of this figured out. All right, so I located a few more this and that's, but that's okay. So highlighters and blushes are going in here. Okay. And thinking real hard. This is kind of what I want to do with these, because when they're up here, they get in my way and I knock things down. So if I can get both of the ones I have to fit on top of this, on top of there, I might have to reach for things when I'm doing stuff, but it'll be less inclined to have things go flying everywhere. So, well, while I'm thinking, just found a bunch more of my smaller palettes. Most of these have been reviewed. This little guy I'm going to put in my Project Beauty Share box. I like Smashbox. I like these particular items, but I never use that. It's just too small to get to. I never see it. All right, so there's the rest of my palettes. So I'm going to keep my testers in this one, and I'm going to move all my lip products into it. I think I have two of the drawers. So if I can clear enough, I can give my daughter one of these acrylics. She's been talking about how she needs something. For space for my glosses, I have to find a space for these. And this is another hodgepodge of stuff. You know what? I'm just going to take them out, put them on the floor for now. We will figure it out in a bit. Some of these might actually get tossed. So, glosses. Glosses. I'm actually wanting to clear this one thing. More glosses. Okay, so this is a gloss. It's a stick gloss, but it's a gloss. But the rest of these are samples that I've had for a while, that I've tried. I don't use them. I'm throwing them out. Don't need them. So, glosses, pencils, bullets. So I've got all my lip products in one place except for one small group, and that's these guys. These are my tattoo junkies. Yeah, these are my tattoo junkies. They're supposed to go together. You have a lip gloss, and then you have a top coat, top glitter thing that you can put over them. I'm not sure they have to be used that way, but I'd like to keep them together, so I need to find, I guess, a little box that will fit in there that will hold just these. I'm going to go ahead and put them in with my pencils for now. I think I have to find a box, and I'm sure I have a box somewhere. It's just a matter of finding it. But I'm going to just put them in with my pencils for now. It's kind of obvious they go together. So that's all done, and I have completely cleared this, and I shouldn't need it. I hope.
She's in a hole.
And I can't move, and I can't get out, and I can't do anything until I clear stuff up, and I don't know where to clear everything up, and so no, I'm not having fun. I just need to move stuff out of the way, and I need to sit on something to see if something will work, and I just dumped a bunch of stuff. Okay, I'm not using this one. This will go in my palettes that need to be played with. This has, oh man. Wow. Telling you guys, I am seriously disappointed in Sparrow. This is just... I will eventually talk about them, but anyway. Blushes, one bronzer, and one highlighter. The highlighter's from Sparrow. I just had to press it back in. It was broken, so apparently it can't be held like that. So now I have to figure out where to put this. I guess I could put it in here, in this case for now, and there.
Go help Mom. Go help Mom.
Mom will pass. Mom will pass. All right. I'm not expecting much to change on the left side. I just have all my lipsticks in one place now. That helps. Okay, so I'm going to take some of the stuff that I have on the floor. I'm sure you saw all those little cups of things that I have. I'm going to put them on the right side of my space versus the left side, but anyway. So there's my big brush thing. These are my blush brushes plus my blender brush, which is only in here to make it easier to find. These are my favorite brushes. They will stay where I can grab them. These are my sponges. I'm not using these that much, so this can go towards the back. I'm going to take them out of this cute mug and put them in this other thing here. I've been phasing out beauty blenders, so yeah, a little thing like this is going to be fine for those. Put those in the back and put brushes that I use more frequently in here and put that towards the front. Problem is right now my knees are not happy. This has some miscellaneous tools as well as some brow and eyeliner stuff that I don't frequently use. So this can go in the back. This will be my entire brush section. And you know what? Again, I'm going to put my favorites in the cute mug that everybody's going to see and put these in here. They fit. There's my cute mug. All right, so I still have a bunch of junk on the floor, but it's honestly looking better. And this bottom drawer, now I know what I'm going to use it for. I have a few Super Shocks and a few other miscellaneous items that don't all go together. And they don't go with anything else I have at the moment. Okay, so this bottom drawer and this thing will be for my singles and my loose shadows and stuff like that. I'm going to have to sit down. I'm going to bring you guys down with me a bit. But like I said, my back is really starting. My back and my knees are not happy right now. Brah. But I intend to film something else, so I'm trying to get this all done. All right, so I have 3 of that Believing Color Pop collab that they did with the cancer patient, so those will go in there. These 2 are old. They have been used on my lips, and I don't use them anymore, so I'm throwing those out. Then I have a bunch of loose stuff from Notoriously Morbid. And I've got a few from Vanessa Vanity. Those will go down in there. This will just make it easier to find them in the future. I have a loose shadow from Furless, which I should have used today, but didn't. That'll go in there. Alright, so most of the rest of this stuff is stuff that I've been using, and I just need to find a place for it that works. I'm going to reorganize that eventually. I'm not going to do it on camera. It's all eventually going to work out to what I need it to be. This is a tester. I'm testing this. Although I think I'm about ready to talk about my Ofra. Alrighty, so the rest of this I'm going to actually finish off camera because it's just basically putting stuff back. I think I've pretty much got most of it where I want it. My only concern is this right here. I'm going to have to think about what I want to do with that. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about what I want to do with that. There's some powders up there that need to be moved down. I think my powder foundations will go in here, as well as my regular powders. So we have powders and bronzers in here. I have blushes and highlighters in here. I've got some of my miscellaneous stuff in here. My palettes are in here, other than my big palettes, which are on the bottom. And then I've got my other stuff. So I think we're mostly done, and I will finish out the actual organization and show you when I'm finished. So I'll be back in a few. Okay, so I kind of got it done. I'm actually pretty happy with it. So I'm going to turn you around and show you what we've done. And yeah, we'll be right back. I'm also going to turn off the overhead in a minute, but I want to show you what's going on. And now you see why we don't usually have the overhead on. Be right back. So yes, still in the same little cramped spot, but you can see, honestly, well, you may not be able to see it, but for me, there is a big difference. I have moved everything from both of the top pieces into one. They all fit. So my daughter got the entire acrylic tower that I just completely cleared out. But now you see I have a place for, this is my pharmacy cleaner, makeup remover, and my hair edge control. And I have a place to put boxes when I get them. And while I have a bunch of stuff here, this is actually a heck of a lot more space than it was before. I have these two open drawers now. I'll show you where I put that stuff in a minute. I will have to figure out what to do with those. But I did end up putting my foundation, my e.l.f. primer, my Vichy, and my setting powder and setting sprays up top here. This hasn't changed much. The one thing that has changed is what's in the drawers. This used to all be palettes and stuff. These are palettes that I haven't played around with. Most of them are fairly new. I think one or two are, well, the oldest any of these would be from just before my birthday bash. This came in a boxy charm just before my birthday bash. But most everything else is birthday bash and newer, so that's what that is. This has tools mostly and other things that I use. My second phone that I use for notes. Eye drops. I use this to clean off or to take, when an eyeshadow seals, I use Scotch tape on it. This is items that have come in boxes that I'm going to be reviewing soon that are not part of the big junk pile of stuff that I'm going to eventually review. So putting these in here makes them easy to find instead of having to dig through the review box. And this will be my drawer where I will start putting my stash for the month. I'm put in, this is the stuff from boxes. This is where this will go. This is a little big, so that is in here in the corner. This is coming from that big box I showed you with that big huge pile of stuff. So these are things that I'm playing with and reviewing, and then I will later fill this up with other stuff for through the month. I will have blush and highlighter and whatever else that I'm working on for the month going in here. Possibly including foundations and stuff, but we'll see how that works out. I haven't done a Stop My Stash before. So anyway, so that's what that is. My brushes and those cups things are now all on one side instead of scattered over two sides. And the stuff that I use the most is up front. The one that's going to be the hardest to reach probably on a regular basis is my big wheel back here. I've got cords everywhere. And there's my blush brushes. But anyway, so that's that. I'm really happy with that. This side can stay kind of crowded. I'm not going to be unhappy with this side staying a little on the crowded side. This is where my power cords are located. So yeah, this will just be easier to keep this like this and go ahead and let it be a crowded mess and just deal with it. And of course my dragon is holding my toilet paper that I usually need and my crown. All right, so I put those two palette. These are actually desk where you would put mail on a desk, but I've been using them to hold palettes, so I've put those up there. This top drawer is my powders, my powder foundations. This is a powder foundation. No, this is a concealer. So no, it's not. It's my bronzers and my other powders, not my powder foundations. So I've got my Bad Habit, my Pretty Vulgar. This is my Milani Banana. I should put this down. I need to be paying attention. Sorry, folks. This is my banana powder. And then, of course, I have my bronzers. I don't have many bronzers, but I don't need many bronzers, so I'm okay with that. This one has my blush and my highlighters. It's a bit more of a mess. I don't think there's any real way for me to organize it better than what it is right now, unfortunately. So, but I decided to keep my palettes with my blushes and highlighters in them too. So my NYX is in there. That'll make it easier for me to find those. And I've got some blushes in the back here. Yeah, I still need to sort out and organize a little bit better, I think. Because like this Laura Geller, I'm just showing you guys. This Laura Geller is one of my, I actually really like it. I don't use it much because I don't see it. So we're going to put these like this. Put that down. And we can put the note there, but I can still see it. And yeah, so that's a little better. What's back there? Oh, there's my extra milk. There we go. There. This guy can go up front. My milk can go in the back. There we go. There. So there's my blushes and my highlighters all in one space where I can find them. This has my Super Shocks. The couple of Super Shocks I'm keeping, as you all know, I bought a lot of them. I ended up not particularly liking the Super Shocks. I do like these colors, however, so I've kept those. My loose powders, these are two from Vanessa's Vanity. My loose shadow. I'm going to keep my one single eyeshadow in here. These are powder foundations. This is actually the NYX Hydra Touch pressed powder. I broke it up into a loose powder and put it in a Milani. These are two of the Ocean Mists. These are also Ocean Mist powder foundations, so I'm keeping those in there. These are my palettes, and I can tell you right now, yeah, we are going to have to reconfigure the drawers at some point. I may have to bring back my little tub to put in my extras and start moving stuff down. But there's my most of my palettes. Some of these can probably be moved into the bottom. Okay, this is the stuff, my extras for my hair, for pulling my hair back and things like that. My wipes. The only problem with this is I will probably have to remember to reach in there to grab those. Grab one of those, but there's those. And then my larger palettes are on the bottom. So over here we have the box, my curl box I need to open and review a little bit later. There's my, these things were all over my floor, and they were always getting knocked over, and they were always in the way. So now that they're in this acrylic, I don't have to worry about that. The silver makeup case is empty. Some of my knickknacks, my knife, my scissors that I use, and these are samples that I'm waiting to pull into the sample queen. These are ready for me to review. So, and then I've got my two boxes back here, so... Anyway, so I think it's a much better, easier to use space. I do not feel as crowded I probably am as crowded, but I don't feel as crowded. And I have room to shuffle things around when I need to. I should turn this around. I'll be right back. Okay, so that was my space, my new space. I do think that it may not look like I have more room, but I have more room. I can move things around better when I have a box that I need to put up here. It's just going to be easier overall in terms of spacing for me. I will have to get used to some of the new setup, you know, for example, having my foundations on this side and on top of something. I'm not used to that. And I'm gonna have to figure out what to do with these two drawers. But other than that, I think I've done a pretty good job of organizing the space a little bit better so that it's easier for me to get to stuff and to use stuff and have stuff I'm not using out of the way without, I mean, the space is pretty small no matter what I do to it, so I'm going to feel a little cramped in it, but it's a lot less cramped than it was, I think, in a lot of ways. I don't have a bunch of junk on the floor around my feet, which I did before, like the hair things and boxes and all kinds of stuff on the floor, because I didn't have the room. The chest of drawers that I got at Walmart, I actually would have preferred like a metal trolley with some drawers in it, but this is all I could find and afford at Walmart at the point. So these will work for me now, and price-wise, these were cheaper than the cheapest of the trolleys I found. So they'll just have to do for now, and hopefully one day I can actually afford to get the trolley. But yeah, I'm pretty pleased. I'm pretty pleased. Anyway, so I need to go finish my face so I can do my curl boxing. I just realized I didn't do my eyebrows. I didn't put on eyeliner. I didn't put on mascara. Just got right into this. I was just really anxious to get this done. I've also, it was kind of a hot job, so to speak, so I need to, blot and remattify. So, yeah, you're going to see the curl box first, yes, so, but I'm pretty happy. And all that said, I hope you like what you've seen and that you will come back again. And if you're not subscribed, I hope you will subscribe. And if you do subscribe, hit the notification bell so you know when I upload. I upload 4 days a week, Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And if you're already one of my notification squad, you need to check your bell. Yeah, still getting knocked off. But you know what? If you don't subscribe, I will understand. Videos like this are not common. This is probably the second video where I've done this kind of organization. Might be the third, but I think it's the second. Usually I do hair and makeup and stuff like that. And in summer I do gardening. And right now we have a Whole and Healthy Wednesday thing going on. But you know, if you don't subscribe, if that's not your cup of tea, or I'm not your cup of tea, I will understand. But I still hope that you will come back and visit us again. And when you do visit us again, next time, let's bring a cup of tea. You all have a great day.